In our previous video, I asked you to do a little activity for me. Let's look at it. So, I'd ask you, what's the probability that you choose a ball and it is red or blue? Also, the probability that it is gray or blue, and the probability that it is either red, gray, or blue. So notice, you're picking any ball. Here, you want to find out the probability that it is red or blue. Notice the word R, O-R, as opposed to previously when we picked 2 times and we said and. If you remember, we were saying that the probability of you picking a red or a blue is a probability, let me just use R, of you picking a red, or which is plus the probability of you picking a blue. Alright? So in this case, the probability of picking a red is what? 3/10, because you have 3 red balls, 1, 2, 3, and you have a total of 10 balls, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Plus the probability that you pick a blue is you have 4 blue divided by a total of 10. So the answer is 3/10 plus 4/10 is 7/10. Alright? Now we can consider also that another way to do it is to find the probability that you picked a ball that is not gray. Sometimes not gray is written like this. Probability that is not gray. So you say, how many balls are there? Or marbles, how many marbles are there that are not gray? You have 7. Divided by total number is 10. So you see it amounts to the same thing, 7/10. Alright? So that's another way of thinking about it. Now, the probability of choosing a gray or blue is going to be the same type of working. So let's look at that. The probability that it is gray or blue. You either pick a gray first, the probability that it is gray, or you pick a blue, the probability that the marble is blue. So in this case, the probability that it is gray, how many gray marbles you have? 3. 3/10 plus the probability, because remember you're picking the first time, you haven't picked before. If you had picked before and then you want to pick second time, I would have said this and that, but you're picking only once here, so it's either one or the other. Picking a blue, probability is 4/10. So what you have is 3 plus 4 is 7. It's gray, 3 gray, and 4 blue, so it's 7/10. Alright? It's the same thing as saying what's the probability that the marble you pick is not red. How many marbles are there that are not red? It's 7. So you have 7/10. And then another thing I wanted to do, and I ask you to do, is to calculate the probability of picking a red, gray, or blue. Well, probably you wouldn't even have to calculate that. You can tell me the answer quickly if we were looking at previous videos. Well, let's look at the calculation anyway. The probability that is red, the probability that you pick a red, or the probability that you pick a gray, or the probability that you pick a blue. This is going to be equal to the probability of you picking a red. You have 3 red out of 10. Or the probability that you pick a gray. How many grays you have? 3 grays out of 10. Or the probability that you pick a blue. How many blue you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blue marbles out of 10. So what do you have now? 3 tenths plus 3 tenths, that's 6 tenths plus 4 tenths, that's 10 tenths. So it's 10 tenths, which is 1. That is 100%. That's why I said you didn't have to calculate that, because the thing is, what choice do you have? You have only red, gray, and blue marbles here. You don't have any other. So the probability of you picking either red or gray or blue is 100%. Alright? Alright, we'll continue looking at probability in later videos. So I will see you in those videos later on.